very simple, and we call ourselves with our first names. What I wanted to say is, I personally believe that this is a huge power of energy and education that we have here from all over the world. And I'm used to it in Berlin because what we do over there is also international. I work with people from Iran, we work with people from Iraq, we work with people from Pakistan, from India, from Afghanistan, from Ghana, from Gambia, and hopefully from many, many other states as well. And what we do is, we are helping people to set foot in Europe. Our base is in Germany, and from there on we rule everything. So as Hakan said correctly, we finally managed to come with Ümit after a lot of adventures. It took us only a day to arrive in Istanbul, and we're very pleased to be here. So let me get to the point, let me start. We are not talking about business here, we are not talking about jobs here, we are talking about opening life for you. Because you are here to be educated, to be able to have an international career. Elsewhere, all of you would have stayed home, wouldn't you? But you didn't. And as far as I know, at the curriculum here, you are being educated very, very well. And in English. Is that correct? Also, especially in the areas of physiotherapy and others? Sorry? Okay, great. So I want to get at Astropel, which is us, and other people in our offices in Germany who are lawyers as well as other managers. We are all working for one purpose. We are wanting to support you to make an international career. Germany, for instance, is a perfect country for that. Despite many news that you might have heard from the radio, from the media, you are all into social media? More or less? Okay, great. So you might have heard a lot of things about Germany and its economics, but I'm going to clear this picture for you today. I have a habit, I'm very direct, very frank, and I always speak the truth. So beware. Okay, Astropel is an organization, a company, which, as you can see here, works for over 30 years together on an international basis. And what do? We support people either to study in Germany or make practica in Germany or find a job in Germany. All right, and how do we do this? We have a huge international network, not only for businesses who are looking desperately for people like you are, fresh, young, dynamic, and full of dreams. That's it. But we are also placed in Germany in every authority necessary. You will hear a lot of other technical stuff, which my dear colleague is going to tell you a little bit later about what is possible in that country on that side. Also, I have to do everything by myself, that's it. Okay. So, no. We also support companies and individuals to set foot in Germany and in Europe. And by the way, starting in Germany, your career can be a perfect step for you to go to another country as well in the future. Nobody can stop you except of yourselves. This is what I believe, because this is the way I started my life. I come from a poor country myself. I originate from Greece. But my parents taught me to be an internationalist. Thank you, thank you. Taught me to be an internationalist. This is why you see me here today. And they made a happy person out of me. Why? They gave me different kind of ways and I could choose to be a happy person. Because some of you might have heard it before, I love what I do. So actually I'm not really working. That's the truth. But I'm being paid. So this is what we're talking about here, especially me. And if we are going to get acquainted, me, personally, this is what we will seek together with you. Because you can be the only ones who know what will make you happy, okay? But you need to be honest and frank. Also, as I said, Ümit is going to tell you a little bit more. Yes, please.
Sorry.
Please, come. Please be seated. The last one, pay the bill. No? No? So what we do is, we take your lives very seriously. So when you put your lives, your careers in our hands, on a technical basis, we will never let you down. So what we do is, all around the technical stuff, like how to create a visa, how to get in contact with employers, how to get in contact with practica, all this technical stuff we will arrange with you and for you. And we will also cover you as long as you are abroad. In which way? If you have some necessity, something has happened, something you need to do, something went wrong with some authority, we will be there for you. Not only where the process of it is being done, but afterwards as well. So anybody you want to can find a harbor, a career harbor in us. Yeah, job opportunities. It is very, very strange. You know, the media all over the world have been accusing Germany that their economy is very weak and it's going down. This is very, very strange because afterwards I would show you an official chart from the German company, from the German government, what is happening with employment in Germany. So Germany still has a lot of jobs and careers to offer. Don't forget that. And Germany has another upside, which I'm going to come back to, because they learned quite a lot from the last years. I must admit, it has become a habit in Germany that people go to the doctor when they don't like to work, and they set themselves like sick. It's one of the biggest problems that we face right now. And it's not only an economic problem, it's also a social problem, because with the jobs in the medical area, you're not on a job, ladies and gentlemen. You're on a mission. And who is not on a mission has the wrong job. I can assure you, my wife is a nurse for almost 40 years. And still active, helping us, especially the girls and the boys who want to go that direction, like elderly care and so on. You have the right after graduation, depending, which Ümit will tell us later, depending on how your diplomas are recognized or what might be missing from your diplomas, to get a job in Germany, ladies and gentlemen. But you must graduate. And the faster and the better you do with that, the faster and the better you will be honored in Germany. Slowly, slowly, the country opens up. Not because they want to, because they need to. And this is our opportunity. Now, as I said to some guys before, every society needs you. Every. We are here today to support you if you want to find your way to Europe through us. Please, next. Yes, this is the chart I've been talking about. This is a chart which includes employed and self-employed, which is like people who have a small business. When I came from Greece, I had a business, and I thought I had a good business, a great business. I had 27 people working for me. And then I came to Germany, and I found out in Germany I was a micro business. Micro. In Greece I was a super business. In Germany this was micro. Because the economy is so different and so much bigger, even now in these difficult times. You can see from this chart that the employment is going upwards. So what does that mean? A lot of new jobs have been generated. There's a generation who is leaving. They said it's my generation. But personally, I'm not leaving. But actually, we have this change of generation right now in Germany. So we need you to support us, to help our society and our life go on. You are in a very sensitive area, most of you, but the studies are concerned, because you will be handling, or you will be with people. And I have personal experience in that in my family. I don't want to go into details, but for 10 months I've been carrying a person I love very much in a wheelchair, which changed my life dramatically to the positive. I learned to go slow. I learned to respect and to see life in another angle. Next chart, please. This might be interesting to you. This is all about money. They say it's all about money, but let me assure you, no, it's not all about money. It's first all about being happy, feeling well, and then it's all about money as well. In Germany, nowadays, you can make money with being an employee. You don't need to make big business. You could. In Germany, you could also, even being a physiotherapist or being a nurse, you could work on your own, like being a mini business. But that's another story. But being employed in Germany, and we are talking now, we have referred to a master degree. I don't know if you can see the numbers. Huh? So, the average starting salary in Germany for a highly specialized personality is around 45,000 euros good per year. Right? So from that, you must subtract your social security, which still in Germany is very highly evaluated. I found that out, as I said, with my personal experience, which, like, in my home country, this would have never worked. A master degree will give you a little bit more, like 47,000. Forget this one here. And a bachelor, it's a starting salary, by the way, and a bachelor will make around 42,000. But this is just the start, and then it depends on your personality and how you deal with your job, how good or bad it will be, and what your connection to your employer will be. But we can protect you on the legal behalf what all that is concerned. Because when you have a working contract, it's a legal matter, all right? And of course, we can and we will protect you by all means. For the engineers, do we have any engineer here today? Hi guys, very good. For the engineers, you would start with approximately 50,000 euro. Not a bad choice. Next one, please. Yeah. Let us change the subject now a little bit. Because if you got some money to work, you would like to spend it, usually. So in Germany, or life in Germany, that's a thing, or living in Germany. Germany is a huge country, but not compared to Turkey. But still, there are approximately 85 million people living in Germany. And where we come from Berlin, we have about 90 different kind of nationalities in our city. So it's as multicultural as it can get. Thank God. Or whoever. We have 60 counties, and this is a republic, which you will find it very funny, which I did. Why? A republic means you have a central government, but each republic is dealing by itself and spending its money by itself. And you might have, let's say, a socialist party ruling Germany, but let's go over here. Let's find, for instance, where we live, like Berlin, which could be here. And here we have a conservative party ruling our country. That's a republic, ladies and gentlemen. Very difficult, but if handled well, very just. Next chart, please. Leisure, that's my favorite. Leisure. Especially in the place where we come from, where everything is possible. And we're talking about everything is possible, so everybody in your mind can set your own possibilities when we're talking about it. Next one, please. And this here is one interesting point, which when I began my career, nobody but nobody ever thought about life-work balance. Life-work balance, go to work. But now things have changed, and people have found out that people are no robots, they are no machines. They need a break. They need to breathe in. In Germany in the past, there was an island called weekend. But the weekend is not enough to survive modern society. So now, they are starting to work on a 4-day basis. 4 days, ladies and gentlemen. And I have people which I work with. And they're accountants, by the way. And when this guy came to me, Musulman, that's the name. When he came to me, we asked him, what do you want to do? Yes, I want to be employed. He first was a practicant there, he did his practical. I want to be employed, but I don't want to work 5 days a week. What do you want to work 4 days a week? Yes, but we cannot pay you like 5 days a week. I don't care. And this is what we did. On special occasions, when times are hard, you can work from home if we have a special assignment. So times have changed in Germany, and despite whatever you might have heard, now in Germany they start to respect that we're not only working, but we're also living. This is a great opportunity for your generation. Our generation? So, next chart please. Yeah, we have other examples as well, but I put in some examples from famous personalities in Germany with the migrant background. These come from Turkey mainly. Excuse me for that. Next time I'm going to bring much more examples. But for instance, we have Cem Özdemir, who is a minister right now. He's a minister of agriculture. We are not talking politics, okay? We're just talking education and work. We have Seda Somcu, cabaretist artist. We have Kelek, I don't really know. But the others I know. For instance, Mehmet Scholl, I know because he used to be a fantastic football player. At Bayern München, since I am a great football fan, we know him. Next chart, please. So what you can see is there is opportunity for you in Germany and in Europe, wherever you are from. And the key to that is the language. And that's the key to anywhere in migration, ladies and gentlemen. You don't speak the language, you will get very hardly where you want. Or you will have to make a way around and around and around. There are many opportunities to learn German in our time. We just put a few here on the chart, just for you. Like Goethe Institute, you can do an online course. One nice thing at least that was left of this so-called pandemic, right? That people found out, oh, we can work with our computers at home. Great job. There's TED Camp, you can Google that, and you can see it if you're interested in it. Do we have anybody who speaks a little bit German? Das hört sich doch gut an. Hört sich sehr gut an. Wie kommt das? How? Fantastic. I work with I will not mention the company now because it's not the day and time for this. We work with a fantastic Iran company, and we're helping people to find their way abroad as we are doing here right now. And we're very successful with it because you will find this funny. The Irans I am dealing with, they are more German than the Germans. Why? They are precise, they are ambitious, they want to be the best at their job. It's true. And it's so strange. We have, and we'll explain that later, we have a scale of your knowledge in this language. It starts with A1 when you started, and it goes to A2. The better goes to B1. And from B1, you can start thinking about migrating for financial reasons, depending on what your special field is. The people from Iran, I'm talking about 80 to 90%, when they have a B1, they are on the level of B2. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I don't know. I could not answer it to you. As you can see here, we are referring, for instance, like learning German for medical jobs, but also for engineering and technical jobs. Let's see, you're not excluded, gentlemen. You cannot only want the money and not do something for it. So, this is a way to find a career and a happy life in Germany. All right? You need to get to the language. Also, let me refer to something else on that. There are some jobs which you could work in English, with your English knowledges in Germany. But it's not a lot of them. For instance, people working in digital areas, you can come to Germany with English and no German at all. We will explain later why, but it is possible. So this is also a chance and a door which is open for some people in some special fields. Please keep that in mind. Huh? Next one, please. Next one, please. Here we are. I don't want to tire you because my fellow will tell you a couple of things more. But I want you to keep in mind that we take our position here very, very serious, and we have worked very hard. And it is very interesting because the three of us here, we have an international career. I thought about it on the airplane, by the way. We're working for so long together, and I thought, hey, these three guys are a nice example. Remember when we said, like, time out? Did they say food? No. Drinks? No. So let's come back to it. So actually, we are a great example to it. And I will let my friends speak for themselves. And I will just tell you something. Hakan said it very well. I write and read 3 languages, but due to I learned Old Greek and Latin, I have an access to all Greek and Latin-based languages. I read and understand Spanish, French, Dutch. 1 week in Holland, we speak Dutch. Because it's a mixture of Celtic, German, and other barbarian languages. In brackets, take that. Wrap that off. So, back to what I wanted to get at is that we are expecting you can take contact over the university towards us for other information which you might not get today maybe, but hopefully you will have a lot of. And what these careers are concerned, I want to speak for myself and tell you something. 6 decades have passed, and I'm not tired. On the contrary, I have the pleasure of being with young people, which make me feel young myself. It's because this is an interchange of energy. I saw my mother die young with 80 years of age. Why? She was young in her mind, young in her heart. So, what we are offering is, we can support you by all means with job offers, with our network, with support with authorities, which is very complicated, not only in Germany. You might have found in your home countries that bureaucracy can be a terrible thing. One good thing about German bureaucracy is that we don't have an official corruption status. It's just damn complicated, still. But things are getting better, as Vivid is going to point out in a while. We can support you with tax issues because in Germany nobody's afraid of police, of war, of criminality. We are all afraid of the tax office. It is true. Ask my fellow people. Why? Because the tax office will take it away in cold blood if it's right. If you forgot to pay your taxes. Nobody will escape. So we're all afraid of it. We have the attorneys and the specialists who can help you with all legal matters on a serious basis. And the most important thing is, we can do this great preparation while you're here. You don't need to spend much money to travel here, travel there, do this, do that. We can do the whole thing from here as a start, and then proceed step by step. And of course, we have this network, because none of us can do everything. We have this network. Whatever is needed, we can get in contact with the right people to support us with everything we will need. The next chart, please. Can you read it? So, I hope I was brief enough and I didn't really tire you. I tried to not to. But I leave a little space for questions if you like at this point. Or shall we wait a little bit?
Of course,
yeah.
We have
okay.
to.
No, take that off. We will wait for the questions a little bit.
The second part of the presentation.
In the second part of the presentation. The last chart, please, Emmett. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention.
Let me ask you, would like to go and spend some time in Europe? Not just work, but just work and not leave, travel. Who has been to Europe? Let me ask you the other way. Who has been to Europe and traveled or been for 3 days? No one? Has anyone been to Europe? No? Turkish people? Oh my God. Wow. I'm shocked. Because there is no one here. So who would like to go and spend some time in the western part of this geography? Raise hands please. Don't be shy. Okay, and the rest of you would like to go back to the country maybe. Well, this is okay. You don't have to go and live in Europe whatsoever. This is fine. What I said this morning to my Turkish fellows was that based on my own life experience, the following. Please follow suit. Spend some part of your life abroad. You are doing this already, by the way. They were Turkish people, but you guys are already doing this. You are living abroad, and you are experiencing a different culture. It will be similar. Istanbul is a melting pot, I know, but it's living in another country is a great experience. This is what I tell everybody at all ages. So here we have a bit more technical things, but this is good to keep in mind because this information you can take it and also share with your friends wherever you're from. Because you know, a friend of yourself or relative who is a cook, you can also come to Germany. Because Germany is looking for people from a wide variety of professions. And as my colleague said, they don't request any longer for all professions. Not for certain professions like nurses and doctors who have no language skills, or if you're a cook, you don't have to speak German. Or if you're IT, study software engineering, you don't have to speak German. So I'll go into that I'll share with you some details about that. Germany has made immigration easier. So in early 2020, there was a law which was called Skilled Labor Migration Law. 3 months ago, they made this law much easier because the speed of immigration to Germany has not been as much as the government desires. So they need more people. By 2035, meaning in the next 12 years, they want to invite, let's call it this way, 7 million people. It's a lot of people. You know the reason. So, population is aging, and in order to sustain the economic vehicle of Germany, they need young people like us. By the way, my background is more British than German. So I lived and worked and studied in the UK, more or less at your age. That's why I strongly advise everybody, like, media process. This opportunity is quite unique. So, and this opportunity is for everybody, not just for Turkish students, right? So, yeah. Right. So, here we will see some detailed information. I mean, you go to the picture, no problem. I guess you will get, I don't want to really bore you, but I think one of the interesting things will be this next one. There are some examples, like, you know, how someone would move to Germany. So, like, we see a target group, right? So, the states and workers from non-EU countries. So, this is all of you, including my Turkish friends here, non-EU, because within the EU there's a free movement. A Polish citizen could go to Germany and work, but this is mainly addressing people living in non-European countries. So, next please. What do we need to? I mean, you're all. Is there anyone not student in this university here? I guess you're all student, right? So I don't need to go into every single page, because once you are a graduate from this university, you'll be entitled to go to Germany. But I've heard someone is not studying anything related to health there. Anyone who is not studying in the faculty of anything related to health here? I mean, like, what are you?
Political science.
Political science. Anyone not? Yeah, that's one political science. Who else is not studying nursing or physiotherapy? Who else is? Okay. Well, anyone who
I'm sociology, but I'm lecturer. I don't know, does it count?
It counts very much. And ask me later. Someone.
Research assistant.
Research assistant, and you're now she is okay. Like,
Sociology.
yeah, so she's got a scholarship in Berlin Free University, paid 4,000 euro, and she's there for a research topic. And the reason she's good, but she speaks English and Turkish, not German, on purpose. So it's a beautiful subject I will share with you later.
Okay,
So there are a lot of MBA. So this means that there's like if you're studying nursing or physiotherapy, okay, right? You've got to learn German. That's a must. But
I didn't understand the
I said you must learn German. That's what I said.
He's actually, yeah, we know that. He knows that.
Yeah, I said I made a mistake because he's an expert. If I made you could call it like B or share something. So, but this doesn't mean that was it B2 or B1? Or let's say physiotherapy. B2. So, but you can go to Germany while your German level is A2. This is new, right? So, the new German immigration law allows you to step into Germany while you are studying. You could do your practical job in Germany while you are studying. I think it's a great advantage. So it allows you, in a way, socially also to get used to the country and to get used to maybe, or to become familiarize yourself with culture, how to go about, how to spend your money in euros, you understand lira, 100, 500. So that's an opportunity as well. So the ones like who is studying in the fourth year, final year of your studies, there's no one. Okay. So this means that you have an opportunity to come to Germany and to do your practice. For those of you who are studying anything related to health, I will strongly advise you to spend as long time as possible on practical job, because German rules and regulations are requiring from people who are studying subject related to health much longer practical jobs. Keep that in mind. So take advantage of working for Medicana. You know that Medicana is the sponsor of this university, so you are offered summer jobs, but you will do it. Please do it. Don't miss that opportunity. So, and add as much as possible. Right? You go back to Egypt, or you stay in your country, or here, or elsewhere. Yeah, do that. So, next please. This is like, okay, what we, in this page is actually important. There are, we call them regulated professions and unregulated professions. What is the meaning of that? So, if you are studying, if you are going to become doctor, dentist, and anything related to health, that goes into regulated profession. So this means that we need to follow certain, comply with certain rules and regulations so that you can work in like we say, language. The number of hours you have to, either in Germany or in Turkey, you have to fill out as well as the practical job concern. What about the other jobs? So you're all coming from different countries, so you should just share this information with your friends and relatives and so on. So this is a great opportunity because this part is much more flexible. It has changed recently. And referring to the fact that you don't have to speak German. And you don't even have to have sometimes big on if you have to join this space. So I'm going to share that with you in the next page. So examples are electrics, electronics, accounting, information technology, specialist, cook, I think sociology, political science, right? So I'm just making sure that I'm not making a mistake. And that's fantastic. So I just shared a minute ago, one of my friend's daughter got scholarship from that Free University to do PhD on a very good topic because she's fluent in English and Turkish. Because part of her PhD subject is related to Turkey. You see, so you got to wish for it and you have to look for it. So here we are talking about opportunity to work in an out of field skill job in an unregulated occupation. Okay, so we're here. If someone, let's say, is in the field of electronics or in IT, right? So this person could be offered a job by a German company. Again, Germany is fair. What it's saying is that they cannot offer this gentleman or lady less than 41,000 euros. So this means that no one can exploit you. Once you have this job offered by a company, they know that as long as you know you have an agreement, you don't even have to speak right away. Because we obtained a blue card for a gentleman who is an electrician, but he has great experience in the field. With all the rules, so he only speaks Turkish. He got his blue card 2 years ago. It's hard, but it's doable. So at this stage, what we are saying is that well, if you are in any studying any subject other than health, you have even the law is making life much easier for you to move to Germany, right? So keep it in mind. Yeah. Duymuyor musunuz beni? Duymayanlar var mı? Duymuyorsunuz. Okay. But then I need to. Okay. So this is a nice page. By the way, because why? Because this is an example. So we have a gentleman called Ufuk from country, studying state. He studied ergotherapy. His working experience 3 years. He doesn't speak German, right? But he's got an offer from an international company, Frankfurt, who's looking for a marketing specialist. Ufuk has not studied marketing at all. This is interesting. But he worked for a company and he has 3 years experience. This is new, friends. This is new. And it was much harder when they introduced the first law. It was much harder, but they couldn't like the number of people who moved to Germany through that first law was not high enough. So they need to introduce or make changes in the new law. So Ufuk has 3 years experience. So what happens is, so the company says, well, I want Ufuk. So saying to the authorities, well, don't get involved. I want him. I want him. So why do you want me to force me? Why are you forcing me or imposing on me that he should speak German? But we understand each other because he speaks English. I'm fine. I'm the company owner and I'll pay him. And that's the nice part of this new law, right? So what happens is that a job offer, 3,000 euro gross per month. So he gets his work permit and moves to Germany. So this is an unregulated market, we call it. Next one, please. Okay, here what we do. This is a
Unregulated provisions. We have 2 years qualification plus 2 years experience. And we can come to Germany without recognition.
Only with 2 years experience. Did you hear that? I'm just please. So if you have 2 years of experience,
Yes.
okay,
And you have 2 years qualification.
and 2 years qualification,
From Turkey, for example. It is regulated professions here. And then it is possible to come to Germany for working if you don't have recognition. It is not necessary.
Yeah. And the language required is A2.
No, you don't need it.
Okay. I know it, but I'm asking from. So
Okay.
what I'm saying is like again is another route to get into Germany because it's much easier than before. Next picture. So someone studied dental and oral health. That's how we say it. His name is Alper from Turkey. He's got 2 years experience. He doesn't speak German at all, but he speaks English at B2 level. So what happened? Okay. So he receives a job offer from me. And because he has 3 years experience, and he, completed his degree, and his company or dental offers him 41,000 euro gross annual salary. And therefore, he can move to Germany on condition that he has to learn German. But this law says, I want him, this is a new one as well, bring this person to me and let him learn German later. This is also possible. Right? Don't forget, so you could come to Germany, A2 level, for example, or in certain professions, but in science, 0 level, but you learn German there. You should learn German if you are living in the country. To make things easier for you. Even though, as Konstantin said, the shop is 90, say, in Berlin. Officially. So in most of the restaurants, you go to a restaurant, right? Don't try to speak German, because they don't speak German. Because immigration started really taking speed, and people coming with their English skills, not German. I was last week in a restaurant with a German friend, and he started to say something in German, but I warned him before we started. I said, don't. And the waiter said, in English, I don't speak German. That's what is happening at the moment. But it's good to speak language. Right. What was it here? Nothing.
You have to have profession for 2 years, and you don't have an employer can give you about 41,000 euros, or you don't have work experience.
Yeah. So, let's show the example.
It's English.
Here is an example, because this is the best way of explaining. So, Ebru, his language skills A2, studied nursing. Who's studying nursing here? Raise hands, there's nothing in all of you. So you see A2 only. You could reach the A2 level on your own. If you stick to it, 3 months, 4 months. A2 is really, my name is this, I'm from Sudan, I'm from Istanbul. You know, I guess much more, a bit harder after A2, but A2 is much easier to get to. So that's what it is. So Ebru is a graduate of nursing department and undergraduate fellow. So she signed an employment contract with a helper in Berlin. So what happens? So she goes to Berlin without having, you know, any, she just goes there and she doesn't have to wait for the result. While she's in Berlin, you know, she can obtain certain documents because in this case she has an offer as well from an institution in Germany. So what we are saying is that you can, we as Ashram can also could help you to build a bridge while you come to Germany. Let's say that you have less experience. Let's say that you have not, your language skills are not E2 level. You can still come to Germany. You can still do your practical job there while you are there. That's the new law saying, right? Is that enough? Please go ahead. So this is an interesting one. Because Germany wants to speed up, it's also giving an opportunity for people to come to Germany and while you are in Germany to search for a job. But in order to do that, you understand what I'm saying? So saying that, okay, you go to German embassy, you say I want to go to Germany and look for a job. But in order to do that, what they say is how are you going to survive in Germany? So you need to have 6,000 euro. What happens is that you put that money into a bank account, it's deposited, and they give you that money every month in 6 installments. So they want to make sure that you can survive while you are looking for a job. When you are in Germany, it becomes much easier to find a job because the employers think that, oh, he or she is not in Turkey, he or she is already here, and I can employ he or she directly without getting in touch with the consulate. This is, you know, unbelievable. I mean, I was shocked myself when Germans are doing this. You know, making that easy. Yes, it is. I know that 6,000 euro is not a small amount of money, but maybe in the future this will change as well. What I can add on to this is like if you have a relative, member, a friend, who can be your sponsor, meaning they will write an official letter for you to a German, let's go for an office, an immigration office, saying that we will take care of this person. We are responsible her or his all financial needs in Germany. This is also enough. They just want to make sure that you will be fine. You will not be sleeping on the streets. They don't need your money. This job is not, this law is not a law to bring more business to Germany. This is called skilled immigration. So educate, they want educated people. When I say educated, it doesn't mean that someone has to be a graduate from university. Just say it could be someone cook with an experience in a restaurant with 5 years degree. What I'm saying is that they want skilled people. Right? So keep that in mind as well. It's this may not stay in your mind long, but again, another way to enter Germany is that Germany introduced a point system. This is similar to the one in Canada. It's actually a couple of ministers went to Canada and looked into their system, why Canada is much more successful than Germany, so they adapted some part of the best regulations in Canada to Germany. The point is that what we see here is like, we say that like, if you have an experience, sorry, this is like, if your degree is partially, is in line with what is the requirement, you get 4 points, right? Sorry, like I cannot see. So here we have age, for example, right? So if you're under the age of 35-year-old, except us, you get 2 points. So if you lived in, if you work in a profession, meaning in your professions, is it Germany only? This one, or it could be anywhere, right? So if you have 7 years experience and 5 years.
5 years in the last 7.
5 years in the last 7 years, yeah, that's the one. So if you have 5 years of experience in the last 7 years in that specific profession, you get 3 points. Let's say that you're a political scientist, you work as a political scientist in the last 5 years, the last 7 years, you get automatically this 3 points. So it all leads to, it all accumulates, so they just want to make it easy for you to move to Germany by calculating these points. I know it sounds a bit complicated, but it's not actually, because we're going to be helping you out. We're not disappearing from me. We'll go back to that for sure. But your career department will share with you our details. So we'll be in touch with you. We're going to be, asking you if you work in the past, experience, speak German, etc. And one important thing is that it's important, right? So if you move to Germany, let's say with a blue card, you can also bring your family. This is new. So why they are doing this? Because they want you to be happy in Germany, so you don't want to leave Germany. They want you to stay in Germany. There are some, of course, requirements for this as well, meaning they want to make sure that you insure your mother and father, and so that's simple. So if you make good enough money, it's okay for Germany to bring your mother and father and to live with you. This is, again, for me, free and unbelievable. You can bring your mother-in-law as well if you want to. And here we have another example. So Zeynep has a bachelor's degree in nutrition and dietetics. And she's 29. She's got 5 years experience. Her German is at A2 level. So she's 29 years old, 2 points. She has 5 years of work experience. You see now it's simple, right? 3 points. A2, 1 point. So this has to be she. Sorry, she received sponsorship from a relative to stay in Germany, meaning this relative says we will look after her. She will stay with us. Right? We will insure her, etc. Okay, all fine. So she can come and look for a job in Germany. It's fantastic. But as soon as you are in Germany, because the problem was that if a hospital wants you, you are in Turkey or Egypt or else above, they don't want to get involved in immigration for you. So what this law is making is bringing you to Germany through this system, and an employer says, I want him or her, boom. You don't have to go to German consulate in Turkey. And that's the beauty of this. No consulate. No work permit. In the past, it was virtually impossible. You had to visit the consulate, submit so many documents. And only, really like high-level people were managing to go to Germany through that program. I'll just wrap up. This part of the second part of our presentation was a bit more detailed. I think once you leave today this room, you should keep in mind that Germany is becoming an international country, so you will not feel like an out, left and out, one who is left out. As my colleague said, there are 90 nationalities in by 2030, the population in big cities, 30% of the population in big cities would have immigration background. Germany is becoming, like the UK, a thoroughly Italian country. So, to now, at least in the next 10 years, to move to Germany is much easier than any other country in Europe. Easier than Italy, easier than France, and UK. Because Germany wants you or whoever among your relatives and so on. What they are saying is, follow our steps. I've made it easy for you to come to Germany. And I believe that maybe in the next 1-2 years, they will make it even easier. Maybe you have heard of it. It's also now possible to have dual nationality in Germany. This was not possible before. It was not possible for us, including me. I'm a Turkish citizen. What they were saying to me, you have to give up your Turkish citizenship. A new law has been introduced. It will be in effect in May, right? So, people like me, he had to give up his citizenship. He's Turkish, but he had no choice. And he has been in Germany the last time he went to Germany via Erasmus project. 10 years? 10 years. So, but now he will gain his Turkish citizenship. So this is also an opportunity. How soon you can get that? On average, 5 years. Within 5 years, you can get your second passport citizenship, which means more. Or if you are really ambitious, 3 years. C1 and so on. We don't need to go into detail right now. So this is beautiful because Germany is changing. Being in Europe gives you the freedom to move within Europe without any visas and whatever. If you stay in the country with blue card, listen to this one. Okay? 2 years. How long you have been here? So if you graduate from this university, you will have lived in 24 years, 5 years. So time is passing by fast, right? So if you have a blue card, you live in Germany 2 years, that leads to indefinite residency card in Germany. Indefinite. Let's say you go back to Egypt, right? Whenever you want, you don't need visa until you go. You know how much that costs for businessmen? They buy houses in Spain, in Malta. In Malta, you know? Yeah, in Greece, like, I think 250,000 euro you have to spend. In another country, you have to buy a property. So this is like, it's a really great opportunity. So what I want to say is that you don't have to go and be there for your life. This is your decision. But take the opportunity to at least spend a couple of years in the country. You can always go back to your country. It's not going anywhere. Don't want to stay in your country. Egypt will be there forever, don't worry. So it's one of the Asian countries. I know that's why I'm just doing his leg. So I think more, I just want to say that this is it from us. Me, Mesut, Konstantin, Ümit. I guess if you have questions, please raise your question to us. We're here. We're going around. No one has left so far. Do you have like, I mean, you raise hands, but we are not here, by the way, to convince you to come to Germany, not at all. We are, as Astropel, we work with Fenerbahçe University as career consultant. So we'll be here. This is our first meetings. We had a on Zoom meeting with you guys, I think 5 months ago. But this one, today on the 23rd of February, I just wanted to have this face-to-face meeting, so you will feel it would have been much more difficult to have communication in a digital environment. Question?
How can we communicate with you? I have looked for a website for you, but I couldn't find.
Yeah, we're gonna be sharing via, but I can tell you, sport@astropel.be. Sport@astropel.be, but the career department will share all the details with you as well.
Okay, and I also wonder what you think about the visa conditions, because I know many people are having difficulties applying for visa.
Correct.
And now, for example, my brother recently applied for a visa and denied, unfortunately, his application. He was thinking about going there and start a career, but unfortunately he couldn't do that.
Well, the reason behind that is, you might guess, again, you have to look into the mirror again, I would say Turks, obviously. There are so many fakes, fake people made so many, let's say, they made their application with fake documents and so on. There are so many, and I don't want to go so much in detail because it becomes politics as well. And they are much more alert. I don't know. This is really interesting. One way of going around that is, I think he should, maybe we can talk one-to-one, but he should reapply.
I think it's a very common situation in Turkey.
I know.
And that's why I'm very anxious about the young people, young generation in Turkey or in different countries, because they deserve it. They deserve to go to different countries and check different opportunities. But now they are not allowed to go to abroad because of the politics, because of the migration politics of Turkey and the other politics in Europe. Unfortunately, this is the situation, and I wonder if there is anybody who can come across with this
There are different examples as well. One of our colleagues, like he's sitting there, for example, Mesut is our digital and social media director. So we met somehow. That's another story. But from the date he applied for work permit, it took us 4 weeks. This guy's blue card.
So you offer to search for blue card but not visa? Is it what you say?
No, what I'm saying, well, that's that. No one can stop you then. The consulate is not there to stop you. They only look at the validity of your documents. They are not there to reject you. If your documents are genuine, right? That's what they do. As long as an employee as long as you have a job offer, you will get your visa.
Yes.
But what I said was like, the challenge is to get that employment at, what do you call that, the data, right? So, as far as I know, I think you can only, the earliest appointment you can get is June or July this year, and that's a big challenge.
Yes.
One way of going around that is like you're a research assistant, right?
I'm a lecturer.
You're a lecturer.
PhD. I have.
Right. Let's say that, for example, if you want to, let's say, do your part of your PhD, for example, in Berlin. So, if you get that invitation from that university,
No problem.
no problem. No problem at all. They will look at the document. I think the challenge is for the people who wants to come as a tourist, but that is the difficulty. So that's number one. And the other, if you get also in touch with an employer, we can also help because we are a law firm as well. So we also could write a letter, and so job offer, a letter from us, provided to German consulate. This would also make things much easier.
I will share this with my brother. Thank you.
No problem. Any more questions?
I had a question about you were talking about the point system, because I didn't catch that one. How much points, very minimum,
What is the minimum?
6 points. You need 6 points.
6.
And for example, if I really got those amount of points from the experience and from the age and whatever, what is the percentage of me having the opportunity to go to Germany?
It is only important to have 6 points. It means you don't have to speak German, but you have a degree, you can speak English with C1, and you are younger than 35, and in the end you have 6 points. That means you can come to Germany, you can looking for a job, but if you find a job, you can change your visa to stay in Germany.
I mean, is it 100%? If I got those 6 points.
6 points.
If I got those 6 points,
Yeah.
is that doable enough for me to go to Germany?
6 is not.
You don't need more than that.
The best way is also to have, to put your foot in Germany is go to Germany while you are studying if you can. Do your practical job in Germany while you are studying every summer. In this way, it will be, once you graduated, to move to Germany will become much easier. You will not have any obstacle like the cost. But I also believe that this will, at some point of time, it will become easier. What I read in a newspaper is that, you correct me, visa application will be dealt electronically. So, did you hear what I said? Instead of like consulate, you will just enter your name and surname. You will need to upload your documents, and you will be issued like kind of e-visa. This is coming as well because the number of people at consulates cannot handle the demand. It's really chicken and egg thing, right? They want more people to Germany, but in the consulate there are not enough employees. Germany or Italy, whomever, or from EU country has to go through those documents. So keep an eye on this opportunity. Things are also changing. Repeating myself, if you can, go to Germany while you are studying. Or if you want to go to UK, go to UK.
It's not enough E2 degree for study. I think it's before study.
For study, yes, you need C1, desktop or DSR. This is the other language certification. One of both you need to pass, and then you can start to work. Anyway, there are some other studies in English too. It's mean you don't have to study in German, but you study in English too. Study in Germany is free. You don't have to pay.
Yeah, the other thing, guys, studying in Germany is free. Did you hear that? Yeah, you need money to put in a bank, but you don't have to pay for university. The money. How?
Not 300, 500 euro.
This is for your semester ticket.
Yes.
I mean, you don't pay it for the university, you pay for your semester ticket.
What type of, what are you studying, for example?
Yes.
But to find equivalent, that's a challenge. You don't do much English. They're going to help you. Well, this is this question raised for as well. The question was, who's going to help us find a job? You have to look for a job. We will also help me as well. But to remind you, this is our first day. So we also need to get to know you. We will introduce you to employees, potential employers. We might, maybe in a certain period of time, we might advertise the following. We need 10 nurses for this XY hospital in this city in Germany. And then we will come here and tell you guys and introduce you to potential employees in Germany. That's what we're going to work on going forward.
Even without experience, right?
You need to have, you're studying nursing as well? Well, you are having experience, right? What year are you showing internship? Yeah, you did. You have done already? You finished university? Okay. In Turkey, the number of hours is how we measure, right? Number of hours spent on practical job is not enough. The German requires million hours. We will share that with you as well. So while we are looking for an approach in Germany, please do continue to work with someone to increase the number of and make sure that it's satisfied. I mean, document when I say this, And then when the day comes, you find jobs in the years. how many hours for when you look into it? Physiotherapist needs how many staj ne kadar So, well, we did look into it. I just want to remind myself. In Germany, almost 2/3 of the education is practical. And that's the difference between Turkey. It's okay. We went through it. So you can still come to Germany and fulfill the gap there. That's a nice part of it. Well, we need an employer who says, I want that's the best step. And I would advise you to learn German because when the day comes, please have a job offer. And at least have an English level. You're asking more like finance then, or let's say the general job offer for you, right? You study physiotherapy. So you'll have a couple of things missing. So will be missing. Number of hours spent on practical job and your language skill. So if you speak, let's say B1, it will be much easier. But the employer say, okay, she speaks A2, and let's say there are 3 months of practical job. It's fine. We will offer the job, and we will also ask her to go to language. But there is also competition. If you are competing against him, and he has B2, it's what I prefer. So there is also competition. Where I live, they're looking for physiotherapists. Science and art. That needs to be so experience and language. They're not looking for anyone. They are quite picky as well. But as soon as they realize you have the experience, I don't mean the best. You should never learn, no? Have any question? Like, not help, but we have, yeah? Yeah. No, if you want, the question is maybe she wants to do her PhD in quantum science. Yes, you can do it, but you got to search for, get in touch with universities. Maybe someone is looking for music. What's your mother tongue? So yeah, there could be opportunities specific for you, meaning a subject. University might offer you a scholarship because you speak Russian and English. Because I know someone who has that. So you have to search for that. As soon as you find an opportunity, you go through a screening, kind of interview, and they will send you an invitation and they stop.
It's no problem for visa, right? And where exactly I can search this?
You have to write on merge, or every merge directly yourself. Look into their website, one by one. It's the best way. If you have experience, like, you're all from other countries, like here, or Germany, or in the UK, because I realize that not most of you wants to go back to your country. But if you do that a couple of years in Germany or UK, Norway, you'll be, once you're back to Egypt or Nigeria, you will start at a high level because of your language, because you have the experience you had in England, in Germany, in Norway. So keep that in mind. It becomes harder, in my opinion, once you start working, once you start getting married and kids, it's much harder.
Aside the language requirements, are there any other requirements? For instance, like we have to write a license
have to write
Aside the language,
yeah.
okay, to practice nursing. And then, is there any license examination or something?
No examination whatsoever you need to do. As we say here, you need to you could fill up the gap while you are in Germany as well, right? So meaning you have not filled up your practical experience of the experience in Germany. You need to do that. You can do that there in Germany. This is missing. We know it. So 2/3 of the education in Germany is practical. So this is okay, but okay means nothing is stopping you. So you can still come to Germany.
So we don't need to take examination?
No. Because Fenerbahçe University diploma is well recognized. So that's what it is. So I believe all you support Fenerbahçe.
May I jump in? Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention for one more time this evening? Because this question was raised here on the right wing, from my point of view, but not politically. The question was raised, and how can you get in contact with us? It's very, very easy, through NASA and Karriere, okay? So if you want to get in contact with us, for any reason we've been talking about today, please address to NASA, okay? Any questions about that? Would be very nice if we go that way.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, so far I think don't be doubtful. If you want to go, if you have the wish in your heart, don't be doubtful because it's really much easier. Much easier. And this is a ticket for you. I mean, meaning being a student at Fenerbahçe University. And I need to add, also Turkey. Turkey is not an EU member, but is part of the EU, is part of free trade. And they know, Germany knows that you spend 5 years, 4 years in Turkey. And this is giving you a further opportunity to move to Turkey. Also, other countries. If you want to go to UK, you can. We are here mainly presenting Germany only because Germany is offering huge opportunities. UK is not yet. After Brexit, it's harder to move to Thank you.